Republic so far today?
I'm still waiting for my first opinion. So I have like 20 points of it.
Okay, welcome to round 5B at the European Championships 2019 of X-Wing. 1 second here. There's a couple of things I've not done, and that's number one is put a timer on. What we got? 1 hour 6. 1 hour 6 just gone.
I wish I could make a template where you could do.
So that'll do. Okay, so yeah, I'm joined by Tom Reed.
Hello, folks.
Hello, welcome Tom Reed to the commentators booth, as it were.
Cheers for having me back.
Yeah, we've got this little Thai SF swarm set up on the right-hand side of the screen. Zeta Squadron survivors, right? All 5 of them. 4 of them with passive sensors and concussion missiles, and 1 with advanced optics.
Nice. Okay.
The one with advanced optics is the blue one, which is one that's currently in the middle of the front line, the vanguard of the deployment for the squadron, right? So he's the one that's in the middle front. It's like the wing leader. Then on the other side of the board, you've got a very typical Jedi sort of list that we've been seeing a lot of lately. We've seen Gold Squadron Trooper with no upgrades, Obi-Wan Kenobi with the Delta 7B and R2 Astromech, and Anakin Skywalker with the same thing, Delta 7B and the R2 Astromech, right?
Yep.
Have you played much against the Jedis?
So, little bits, a little bit over XTC that's just taken place.
Yeah.
Mainly into the Obi version with the 2 torrents.
Yeah.
I had 1 taste of Anakin, and that's a fairly unpleasant experience if you're not careful.
Yeah.
In the right hands, I think Anakin's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Marco does with him.
Anakin can be a very strong player, and actually we've seen Marco just beat Marcelo Soto from Team Spain. We saw in round 3 over on one of the other stream tables, the Legion Krakow stream table, and so he's gone through. He's on 4-0 now in round 5. Both players just need to win this game to make it into the top to guarantee their place in the day 2 elimination bracket.
I think the SFs are really interesting as well.
Yeah.
I had my first taste of them earlier today. Effectively, they're old school Deadeye.
Old school Deadeye.
In essence, they rock up into an area.
Yeah.
They wait for something to move into it. In this case, they wait for the start of engagement.
Yeah.
And then they can choose their locks.
Okay.
With passive sensors, I guess.
Yeah. I am live right now. I'm like, yeah. Okay. It's like this thing's not updating. I don't know what's happened. Can't get the iPad to get onto the Twitch strap. Let me just cut the video and just try using the chat from the channel page. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, come on. You'd be putting up with me complaining a little bit about the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had a little bit of a meltdown before that round started. I ended up switching over to a different connection because I was
not working
tired.
for you.
There's just one Wi-Fi connection that they got for me that's supposedly a private Wi-Fi connection. They got for all of us.
Okay.
It's supposedly a private Wi-Fi connection. It just every now and then just decides it's not going to let anything go through.
Okay.
Every now and then. So I had to connect to my own Wi-Fi, which I've got running as well.
Okay.
The only problem is that sometimes gets balked as well. But anyway, yeah, it looks like I'm in the chat. I think so. So I'll just send a message there, but I can't get the live video working. Yeah, that seems to work. Okay. Right. So you're saying you've played against the Jedi. What's your takeaway from the Jedi? Anakin's a beast, and
yeah, Anakin in the right hands, I think, is really good.
Yeah.
I think sinking huge volumes of points into him, which I've seen a couple of times, is. I mean, it's a risky move.
Yeah. Because there's some people that just fight Anakin and Obi-Wan by themselves, right?
Yeah, that was a list that was knocking around previously. 172 points.
Yeah.
Seems slightly excessive. I think you're probably doing yourself a harm going to 172.
Yeah.
You're not going to need that bid almost ever. So I think you hurt yourself in too many matchups.
Yeah.
I like these variants with the torrents.
Yeah, we saw
one or two talents.
We saw yesterday Julian Hood playing Anakin and Obi-Wan with 2 Gold Squadron troopers.
Julian beat me as part of XTC.
Yeah.
He played it fantastically. It was really good to see the Jedi in such good hands. I just couldn't hunt them down.
Cool. 1 second here. Let me try this. Let's see if that gets any better. But yeah, I think like the private network they set up has just basically been disconnected we didn't really need to use it, but I just as they're giving me the password, I just kind of figured I'd stay on it.
Okay.
But yeah. What about now? Is this going to work? Oh, it looks like it's working now. Yeah, so I changed the connection. It's working. Yeah, okay. So I'm seeing chat from other people. It's not myself. I'm seeing the right kind of viewer numbers. I'm just maybe having a little bit more problem, watching the actual video because it's a bit slow. Anyway, Marco Di Scordilli, captain of the Team Italia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. And Bjorn Nilsson from Malmö, Sweden. I've seen Bjorn before when I visited Sweden. I'm not sure. Yeah, this isn't. I might as well just pause that, and then I don't have to worry about messing up with the connection. So it's buffering, and it doesn't have a pause button on here. Where the hell is that? Okay, I guess there's no pause button. I guess I just have to close it and come back in or something weird. I don't know. There we go. Now I can pause it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so on the planning phase, so I might as well switch the camera. Yeah, we we saw. I was watching the hyperspace qualifier on Wednesday.
Okay.
Correct? No, Thursday. Yeah. Friday, day 1B. Day 1A. Lots of Jedi in both instances. Nearly every single game I streamed yesterday had a Jedi in it. So there was a lot of those going around. I think I've seen faction distribution. There was something like 37 today. Lists with Jedi in it.
They bring a huge volume of power. I think they have answers to most things.
Yeah, they're definitely a very utility knife sort of tool. They're
versatile, but also I think they allow the top players to get a huge amount out of them as well.
Yeah.
I think the floor on the list is reasonably is middling. However, the ceiling is really high.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what the top guys are looking for, something that they can really get the best value of their ability out of.
Yeah, of course.
And I think the Jedi allow that.
Yeah.
A lot of repositioning.
There's a lot of repositioning. There's a lot of them kind of just swirling around in the outer board area and just kind of like probing for areas where they can just kind of strike in and do a bit more damage.
And this would be quite difficult for him in a way, because the SFs are just going to rock up into an area. They're going to wait. They're going to see that if the Jedi appear.
Yeah.
If they do, they're going to unload a load of torpedoes into them.
Yeah.
If they don't, they'll bide their time and wait again.
Yeah.
They've got the ability to shoot out the rear with those missiles as well.
Yeah.
So as the Jedi fly past, again you've got the same issue.
Yeah.
I think this could be quite a tough one for Marco.
It'll be interesting because the problem is going to be that swarm is going to fly as a unit up until it gets broken, and if they do manage to get arc on one of the Jedi, there's only so many tokens the Jedi have to kind of tank out several shots. And that's really where we've seen yesterday, especially that like the Jedi would go down, is when they have to deal with multiple shots on target, and that's where it becomes more difficult for them to really control what's happening.
And I think the multiple shots is going to be facilitated by passive sensors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the passive sensors, just to keep abreast of what's... yeah, I've got the same... something's happened to that Wi-Fi network and it's completely died. Despite... Let's try that now. God knows what's happened.
I think he needs to leave the options open here to not bring the two Jedi together.
Yeah.
I think he has to be really careful that the one Jedi doesn't just lead the SFs to the other Jedi. I think it's quite important that they have two different points of threat.
Especially with the rocks laid out the way they are, the SFs have kind of just got that little channel to move through between those rocks right now. And if Obi-Wan chooses to kind of trying to keep himself in a position to be able to support Anakin, it's going to end up just becoming like a steamroller of ties that just roll over those two Jedi. Okay, so two hits and a crit. And he rolls an evade and a focus. 2 shields on number 3. And that puts them back to dials. Yeah, so the passive sensors is basically, as an action, you choose the action. That means they can't coordinate. There's no coordinate in this list anyway. But it gives him the option of getting a free target lock or calculate action, I should say, when he gets to the engagement.
Old school Deadeye.
Yeah. And that's basically what is happening here with the concussion missiles, right?
Yeah.
He wants, like you're saying, it's the Deadeye. He rolls up, uses his action. Deadeye was an action?
It triggered off a focus.
Yeah.
So you'd roll up into an area, you'd focus,
have to use the target
but you'd just
lock,
wait.
Yeah. You didn't need the target lock, the focus worked.
It's a big board control tool.
Yeah. Okay. So he'll just come up with that with that charge token, and we'll just get the target lock he needs for the concussion missiles right before he attacks on whichever ship he's going to attack on. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I get it now. And for 3 points, so not bad.
No,
Yeah.
it's not at all. I think the SFs is a really good platform for it.
Yeah. And definitely, yeah, combines perfectly with those concussion missiles when he's a target lock. Gets 3 attacks. Yeah, so that's going to work out really well for him.
Yeah. And the ability to shoot that torpedo out the rear.
Yep.
I think is huge.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially in this matchup where you don't want to be continually repositioning to chase the Jedi.
Yeah. So here, I mean, like I say, it looks like he's just kind of like just coming through that tunnel of asteroids like a train, right?
I think the Jedi to the bottom of the sorry, not the
Obi-Wan.
Jedi, the SF to the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
In the bottom of that triangle.
The green one, yeah.
I think he might 2-turn right. And then everything else is going to sweep in behind it.
To face Anakin?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then everything else, I think, will sweep in behind it.
It makes sense because it would not be what I think Anakin's expecting here. I do kind of think like the asteroid, the board state kind of gives you the impression that those TIEs are just going to kind of trying to come through that center tunnel there to chase down Obi-Wan and the Torrent. But yeah, I mean, it would be daring to try and squeeze through those 2 rocks and try and take Anakin out first, as he's kind of compromised his position by leading himself away from Obi-Wan. Of course, Obi-Wan brings off a fast maneuver and can easily outflank them through the asteroids as well.
Yeah. Similar idea, but went with the 3.
Yeah, free turn right, and you were right. Yeah, trying to squeeze himself in between those rocks, and maybe with the others do the 2-turn and kind of barrel roll to reposition to avoid the asteroids. You can hear me, right?
I can just about hear you.
So, right, sometimes when I talk that way, people don't hear me.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because I've got the headphones on. I know I can hear you.
Yeah, and then the other guys are going to sweep in behind, which is I like it.
Yeah, it works well.
Cheers for making me look like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well,
that was nice of him.
Tom Reed is famous for. I mean, your legacy was outstanding, right?
Yeah, back when it was 2015, 2016, when I had a lot more time.
Was it when Right, now correct me if I'm wrong. I know you and your brother went back to back at the Italian System Open and National Championship, right, in the finals? Is that correct?
We played each other in the System Open final.
Yeah.
I won the Nationals, but he lost in the top 8.
Right, okay, right. So I wasn't sure if, cause like I say, remembering it was a bit difficult. But
yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was like you won one and he won the other one, or yeah.
No, I managed to beat him in a mirror match in the System Open final.
Yeah.
And took a similar sort of list.
Yeah.
To the Nationals.
Seems to have been a problem with the internet connection for a moment there, and we lost some stream, but I think it's still there. Correct, everybody? Please let me know in the chat if it's still working. Right, okay, yeah, there seemed to be about 5 seconds that it lost a connection, right? I have to keep an eye on it. Like I say, internet's been really bad. I'm going to have to look for a solution for tomorrow. I can't keep dealing with this. It's been stressing me out the last couple of games. So what is Scott doing these days? Is he's not playing at all?
He's playing a bit of Destiny. Playing a chunk of Destiny, and he didn't really move over to 2.0 too much, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
But having spoke to the Welsh team at XTC over the last few days, they said get him along. He actually lives and works in Cardiff now.
Right, okay.
So they're saying come and get him along, bring him to us.
All right.
So that's my plan for when I get home, to bully him into going and seeing Stephen Gage and James Dowdall.
Firestorm, what's it called? Firestorm Games or something like that? Because there's 2 firestorms, you've got to be careful not to say the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, so Anakin read that and decided to kind of like go as far over to the board edge as he could. He's probably going to fine-tune controls, a barrel roll to the right, maybe even boost.
Yeah.
Oh, boost first.
I think it's interesting to note that the target lock
It's
the passive sensors gives you
Yeah.
allows you a free rotate afterwards as well,
Oh,
it's very relaxed.
is it?
because you can link it off their own dial, off their own card.
Because it gives you a target
lock
lock, and then
action.
when you acquire a target lock, right?
You can take the next. So the Jedi have to be a little bit wary that they don't just lock and then rotate the arc at the same time.
Of course, yeah.
And it's white as well.
You may perform a target lock action. Okay, and the Omega Specialist Expert. Heavy weapon turret, you can rotate your arc. Indicator only to must treat. Yeah, so he's got the rotate action, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the lock will
yeah.
rotate.
Give me a hand here, Tom. When the rotate is like that,
Yeah.
doesn't it mean you have to do one of these first? Oh, because he's got the target, right,
They'll
okay.
do the
Right.
Yeah.
I got it, right. He's target locking into a rotate, I get it.
So I've just spent 48 hours relearning X-Wing, which has
Yeah,
been quite entertaining.
There's like, in second edition, stuff's still hard. You still get stuck in first edition with like
No,
some stuff.
I am very much stuck there, and I find that element quite difficult.
Yeah, no. I mean, and the worst thing is like when you're not well versed on certain things, like for example, Old Terok. We had a situation in earlier where Marcelo was playing Old Terok, and he's kind of thinking about it. It's the first time he's played it in second edition, so he's thinking about it as first edition, and it doesn't work if you're bumped anymore.
Yeah, it's it's not range 0.
Yeah, it's only range 1.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So first set of torpedoes going into the turret.
Into the turret. So
not great dice.
Re-rolls with a target lock and gets 3 hits.
That's
well,
better.
2 and a crit. And there's 2 blanks. And that's a damaged engine.
Interesting.
Yeah. Back to the dials. So yeah,
Presumably the turret now has to bank to its right to prevent the turns to the left as the SFs are looking at it.
to prevent the special forces TIEs from moving towards him. Yeah.
You don't want them all
back.
back.
Try and block them.
Yeah, you don't want them all turning to the left now, as unless Obi-Wan chooses to do a right.
Turns
turn.
left, boosts, barrel rolls or barrel rolls boost, depending on how you look at it. Try and flank, and then he's got Anakin pincering from behind, Obi-Wan from the right of
I
the
wonder if he'll
camera.
try and come back this way.
With
He'll try and bring Annie round to the right and Obi-Wan round to the right to constantly have them as opposite threats.
I guess.
It won't be shooting with Obi-Wan.
Like having Obi-Wan do a right maneuver and disengage, right?
A right turn and boost to right.
Okay.
So that if those SF do turn to the left,
If they do turn to the left, right, I get
he's
you.
not moving into those firing arcs.
Okay, cool.
Do you forget to rotate it?
okay.
Maybe try and have the torrent just kind of move into the middle and just kind of block them, slow them down.
Yeah. The other thing you have to watch is that they don't just one bank to the left
Yeah,
and Annie flies into the missiles from
Yeah.
the rear.
of course, yeah.
So just turn it.
So no. There's the question. So you don't say that you want to turn the arc, right? So you can't do it, right now.
Okay.
So did the missile hit something?
Yes.
Yep. So
I use David, so maybe I can use David on second one.
there was 2 shots.
Yeah.
2 illegal shots, right?
One sec.
Oh yeah, sure.
So, the option is, if you are not agreed to rotate the arc right now, to don't shoot with the missiles and instead shoot with main weapon. And
There appeared to have been an issue where he didn't say he was going to rotate the arc.
Okay.
I don't know what they're talking about.
So I
So then we just
do you agree to only repeat that step?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
we repeat the whole shooting sequence.
Okay.
So they're rewinding the game state to prior to the
So don't rotate.
combat phase and starting combat again.
What?
So you recover charge.
There we go, sorry.
Record the charges.
And by definition, he's.
Yeah. So,
Well, he's removed cards from the Gold Squadron Trooper.
I mean, by definition, he's moved the arc.
One hit.
So they're not letting him fire the
Easy,
missile
easy. And the other
because he's
one.
rolling 2 dice.
Yes, that's my interpretation of it, Tom.
Easy, easy. Yep.
Okay. You shoot before him.
Yeah, I did do that. So yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
So we don't have to repeat this.
I'm incredibly surprised.
Shooting first, right?
They didn't go all the way back to the beginning of the combat phase, only to when the
Yeah, absolutely.
when that particular ship activated.
There's no hard feelings. That's why we have judges.
I'm incredibly surprised that's the case. There's nothing to stop him rotating that arc.
That's the 45 minutes this night.
But he didn't say it, I guess, is what the argument is.
I'm not super awoke anymore.
He didn't. I don't know if he rotated the arc or anything. Yeah, no, we understood most of what happened.
What-
Can
what-
I just ask one question? Did so?
Yeah.
Yep. What's it?
Coming for you.
Why can't he rotate
I'm
that?
gonna kill you. I think you're dying.
No, for sure.
Looks good.
So the arc
Looks
is
good.
still at the back.
The arc is still facing.
The arc was still in the back. He didn't say that, but he did it.
This guy? Okay, right. One banks it.
So yeah, he missed the
Still.
opportunity of linking to a it's a white action. There.
I think that's a bit uncool, personally.
Sensor. Try to remember them this time.
Yeah.
Free heart. Which I don't know why I did really. I knew we were going. It doesn't really get anyway, so we just grab funds.
Okay, so taken care of. So obviously, it would appear Bjorn did not announce he wanted to do a rotate action and did not move the firing arc. So when he shot with the concussion missile, that was not allowed because he hadn't announced or effected the action of rotating the firing arc.
I'll use the sensor.
So there we go.
And too hard.
Interesting moves this turn, though.
Yeah,
So the Tyrant actually came into the left to block some of the turns.
yeah,
This game is too
They saw that coming.
yeah,
They bugged out to the right.
yeah, and they've just kind of said, well, especially this one up here.
Yeah. I think he's trying to keep the rear arc nice and wide for
Yeah,
Annie sweeping round.
Yep. I wasn't sure if the forward race, but now that we see it, it's
and
pretty.
bumps into the torrent with the last one.
He made his job. So, Abby?
I think we're done.
Now everyone did not go to the right, went left with the bank. Free speed bank. to the
Okay, he
left.
did.
Yeah,
Which ended up being the right call because all the rest of the
they were all on the other
all
side.
bugged out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll boost with his force.
Uses fine-tuned controls to boost forward, or not. No, he decides to barrel roll right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, fits in well.
And take a lock on move.
Did you just apply a lock as well? I think he may have.
Yeah, there's a target lock gone onto that SF as well.
I will use the force.
So I guess this is the drawback of the passive sensors is there's no defensive mods.
Yep.
So the old Deadeye, if you were desperate, you could still spend that focus in defence.
Yeah.
But the new version, you know, you've just got that token waiting.
Yeah. Okay, so Anakin now. Deciding whether to boost.
I guess the worry is he boosts into the range of another torpedo.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going for it.
Yeah. So yeah, now he's
This-
got that.
This guy did get blocked. This guy in the middle.
Yeah, but so he's not got the
So he's not got passive
target
sensors,
locks, passive sensors, and stuff like that. So he'd only take the concussion missile from the. Well, the concussion missiles are 2 to 3, right? Yeah. And he's going to barrel roll as well.
You have to meet the misses. You have to meet the misses. Nice. Have a great time, man.
So end 3.
Yep.
Are you staying somewhere?
Oh, lock.
Me
and Mick have been sharing a bed for 4 nights, so it's just saying bye.
That sounds fine.
Yeah.
Free hit, free evades, no damage there.
It was a cheap Airbnb, and now I've worked out why. 3 double beds.
Yeah, I went to one last night with some of the Spanish guys are staying, and yeah, it's like, wow, this is really small.
Yeah.
Nice, so good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
2 hits and a blank.
1 seal of 3.
That's
I'll
that
ask Simon to, if he buy.
We can buy them.
Yeah.
Soviet mentality.
And then it's your guy, but he doesn't have any shots.
Oops, wrong
So
button. Put that back.
I will
Take that
now
off.
use this sensor to acquire a target lock onto the torrent. So 2, I will look.
Targeting the
rotate
torrent.
I will see if it's range.
Does not need to rotate the firing arc this time.
Yeah, 1. So primary.
Ironically.
Pew, pew, pew.
And you get 1 hit, re-rolls,
2 hits.
2 hits, 1 evade and a focus.
Yeah.
Spends the evade.
Then we have number 4, acquiring a target lock. Do not rotate. And shoots a missile. And so now we spend a 4 into the
So another cushion missile firing on the torrent. Gets 1 hit, 1 crit,
Power off.
and that's it.
Rerolls.
Torrent rolls 2 evades.
I mean, Marco's got to be really happy with how this is currently panning out.
Yeah.
To Mr. Anakin Skywalker, spending a charge. The turret is rotated. Pew pew. Rerolling.
1 hit, 2 blanks, re-rolls for a hit and a focus.
Blanks.
2 blanks. So finally does some damage. And that was on Anakin, not on Obi-Wan.
No shots.
And shield stripped from
Anakin.
Anakin.
With his
1 shield left.
range
Yeah.
3, no mods. Just gonna kill him.
Oh yeah,
straight out with
it's
a
red.
crit.
It looks dark.
No! Don't! No, Annie, don't do it!
And they regenerate the force,
Yeah,
and
so he's down to half points. And
that's it. They're back to dials. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Background, you got Cormac Higgins chatting to Julian Hood, because they are watching Dale Cromwell play the amazing Alberto Díaz Guindo from Barcelona. And we've seen Dale lose one game today in round 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so that means Gold Squadron are running people without perfect records, I guess. I don't
I
know.
think someone is happy about being good. Someone has done things. Someone's done something terrific. To the all of mankind.
Are the little markers at the front of the ship? At the direction of travel?
What are we talking about,
Two
sorry?
little coloured markers, are they at the front of the
Yeah,
ship?
he's got them on the front of the ship. Yeah,
Okay,
well, you can
cool.
see the arc's
The little-
painted
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, so you can tell the difference between the front and back. But
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
he's put them just in front of the front, just in front of the mid hash mark on the ship token.
A couple of SFs at the bottom,
Yeah,
turn to their left probably.
would make
Try and
sense.
sweep
Yeah,
round.
to their left, kind of swoop round in between behind Obi-Wan.
At the bumped arc. Also potentially a left. To try and get Obi-Wan.
Yeah, okay,
Or he's just going to go straight and hammer the torrent again.
through the rear arc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking at it, right? Really, if you want to kill if he'd have had the damage cards on the torrent that he had on the torrent,
Yeah.
then it would make sense to try and concentrate
get
on
rid of it.
to just dedicate one ship to getting rid of it. But now things are a bit different. It would have been interesting. Yeah, the torrent's turns to the right anyway. And there's a barrel roll left.
It's all kicking off next to us.
Obviously something impressive happened in Dale's game.
Yeah, can do him first. Do the funky shenanigans maneuver.
I think it's over.
Maybe.
Okay, sloop in to come back into the fight.
Yeah.
Spreads. This guy.
I thought the Spanish player would know, but obviously not.
Attempt the target lock onto Mr. Obi-Wan. Beep, 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 beep.
I didn't understand him.
This fella.
Yeah, he's lost. Yeah, so Dale obviously won.
Down one.
Yeah. So that'll put him on 4-1 now, going into round 6. Oh, I guess he's won the rest of his games since he lost the first game.
Yeah, I think I spoke to him at 2-1 earlier, so
Yeah, because Adhere was like getting set up over there.
yeah.
Using sensor.
Right, so passive sensors, as always, seems to be the
Just wait.
menu of the day to passive sensors.
Also sensor.
Um,
And this guy.
yeah, and they're just kind of
Yeah, okay. I like
just
this.
kind of spreading arcs out really more than anything
I
else.
think he's trying to prevent Obi getting a shot on him there.
By bumping him,
Go in nice and hard so he either goes past him or
barrel rolling in front of him.
yeah. Get a long
Yeah,
way.
it's very likely there that Obi-Wan's just going to kind of jump past him.
Yeah, he could. Could see it come in and move.
Yep.
Even try what Kai going.
I rotated.
A choreogram.
Seems risky though if there's
Well,
some
yeah.
shots coming the other way.
Well, the way that he's rotated his arc as an action.
Okay,
Yeah, well, it's like it's K-Tan.
doing it.
So that arc rotate was a big mistake.
Yeah,
That would telegraph that we would get the impression that that Bjorn felt like he was going to do a short maneuver.
yeah.
Core number 3.
And now Anakin and Obi-Wan both together firing on that number 3 that's already damaged. And this is basically how Jedi play. They just wait until that moment when they can get damage through, and and then probably just try and
Northern forces.
swirl around for the rest of the game. 3 hits, 1 evade, takes 2 from Anakin.
I think the scenario didn't want to create there was getting the 2 Jedi together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
He's brought them in to kill something now, which is nice.
Yeah.
However,
hit, focus, crit, blank.
those TIE SFs have only got to really try and point their arcs in one direction now
So
Yeah.
he's,
to cover either
he's
Jedi.
really not feeling it.
Gets a blank. Goes hit, crit. 1 evade, takes 1 a crit, and that's a dead tie.
And the damage engine.
Damaged engine, didn't make any difference.
Your guy doesn't really have any shots. I have a single one. Number use, passive sensor, acquire target lock. Onto him, launching a missile.
And we're going to launch the concussion missile. We're going to try and get that taken care of.
Onto the poor torrent.
2 hits and a focus, gets re-rolled for a blank. And there's 2 evades.
Yeah.
And that torrent will not die.
No, will not die.
He uses his sensor to acquire a target lock. So that guy, and that's it.
Okay, so now you've got. Let's have a look here quickly.
So the 5
Right, this TIE SF
doesn't have like concussions.
Okay.
Only optics. Yeah.
Is facing the wrong
It's a
direction.
weak one.
Right, so he needs to do a blue maneuver to try it, but not going to get very far with it, right? To remove that stress. This one wants to be going straight to try and meet those Jedi. This one wants to turn a hard turn, and he wants to bring all those arcs around.
Traveling this way.
Yeah,
That third one is traveling.
the one that's closest to the camera. You're telling me this one,
the middle one.
this one.
Up. That
This one?
one.
Yeah.
He's travelling that way.
Oh, you're right. Yep, my bad. So it's got to go that way then.
Yeah.
Alright, and risk maybe even bumping there. So
I wonder if they're going to try and occupy the same space, so it's going to be the problem.
yeah, so maybe he takes the middle one first and then barrel rolls him.
Yep.
He wants to try and get his arcs facing in this direction. Yeah. And then this one will probably take the turn and try and chase down a torrent once again. But yeah, I don't see much of a... This is the thing, is that the 2 Jedi have a risk here. They're moving into the possibility of a kill box along that flank.
Plenty of time.
Maybe the middle of those 3.
What do you say?
Maybe the middle of those 3 can actually 3 turn to the left and rely on the back arc should the Jedi go quite quickly.
True.
And then it leaves the space for the 2 turn to the left for the one above it.
Yeah, but I think if if you're thinking about having them occupy this kind of a space down here, I guess that's kind of like where, well, getting that far would be very difficult
can only
for them.
bank, yeah.
But I think this guy banking would have most of up to there covered, at least.
It's hard.
And that would be, at best, that area I've drawn there would be for Obi-Wan 5 straight and boosting.
Damn it. How do I get out of this pickle? Just gonna put it in. So like that. Yeah, that's how we do it. I'm good.
Lots of international players hanging around those top tables. And only 14 players on an undefeated record going into this round.
14.
Yeah.
It's not many.
So those top 7 tables, yeah. And those top 7 tables looks to me like
It's done? Yeah,
I can see 2 Spanish players.
Then again, reaming.
I can see a couple of Italian players. There's plenty of international names up there.
Deciding which class.
Oh, no, I will just.
Does passive sensors potentially give you a coordinate as well?
No, because we saw just then at the beginning that all the actions were linking to a turret rotate, right? And the only thing it gives you is a calculate. What did you say? A coordinate.
A coordinate.
No, yeah, it says you can't be coordinated.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it just lets you acquire a target lock.
Yeah, it lets you acquire a target lock or a calculate token.
A calculate. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, not
well, so you
coordinate.
can't calculate into a rotate arc because they don't have a calculate to
that's
rotate
fine.
arc.
I'd heard it as coordinate, not calculate.
No, but it says you can't. It says on top of that you can't be coordinated
Yeah.
Maybe not.
to stop you like double piling on those tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did do the turn, but he decided to.
To allow the bump.
Yeah.
Doing the same. Shedding the stress.
No. Well, interesting. A spread of the arcs there.
Sorry?
My problem is that Obi-Wan can escape that by boosting barrel rolling.
No, the turning is when I engage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I turn it.
And Anakin, if Anakin was to do a hard turn, although he'd get too close to the rock. Alright, so Obi-Wan's not getting out of there anyway.
I only hit.
Probably best option there is to stay where he is. Token up. Using fine-tuned controls. Okay.
Unless Anakin's about to move into the space where he was, and so he
Yeah.
hasn't got much choice.
Anakin is a charge.
Regens a shield. Disabled weapons.
Yeah, so he wanted to make sure that he was clear of that.
Yeah. Boosted and focused. Alright, I think
They're all full, right?
maybe he wants to shoot Obi-Wan. Hit, focus, blank. There's a focus and an evade. Takes 1 shield.
Anakin's missing 1 shield. We can do the easy one first. So number 2 already has a target lock, so he just reacquires it to turn the thingy.
So yeah, spends the passive fences to get another target lock
And rotate the arc.
and rotate the arc.
A missile. Pew.
2 hits, blank.
That's a target.
Spends the target lock for free. One evade, spends an evade, takes 1.
How much does he?
Because we did it at the
Yeah, she's only taking 1. So only taking 1. Yeah, I forgot. How do we do this? One left to regen.
Someone behind us trying to work out which game we're talking about.
Alright, okay.
We start with this guy, see if we can shoot anything. I don't think so. Yeah, he can. So he shoots Obi-Wan
get
with
2
his
missiles.
Q.
What's he saying?
Q.
He's just primary weapon.
Right,
Expecting so to be so aggressive.
because he's this is the one that's behind that's not got the action, right?
Yeah, this is the
The bumped one.
How much is Obi-Wan?
And this is the actual very
How much is
bottom one.
Obi-Wan? Point.
Oh right.
72. And Anakin is 88. Yeah, then we shoot at Anakin with this guy. I think it's obstructed.
So now the bump
If
one
you can see. Oh, maybe you can't.
activates.
Let's see if we can see Anakin.
Can we mark this one?
Yep.
Trying to fire on Anakin. So they're going to check the arc.
I'm not actually
An
sure,
obstruction.
but I can see you.
Should be actually, yeah.
We should have OB instead, so we don't have to measure so much. Making the easier shot. Shooting over one. Yeah, pew pew. And he didn't have any, so that's all. One, just one.
One blank, one evade.
Then number one requires a target lock on him. That should be range 2, right?
On this one?
On what? So where do we have number? Let's see. And the launches his.
No, it's
No,
one.
it's number 1.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. That one in.
So it's last.
So using his last missile.
Last missile now from number 1.
Hoping to really.
Spends the
really
target
hoping to
lock.
do something.
Gets hit and crit. And a focus gets spent. Takes one face. Nope. Because his Obi-Wan's got shields.
That's pretty
And
much
that makes no difference to anything. Go back to the dials. Yeah. People have complained or told me a lot this weekend. Watching the Jedi play is very boring.
Okay, yeah.
There's not much exchange of damage.
No.
There's a lot of watching them swirl
Jockeying for
around the
position,
board and yeah.
It's the double reposition that hasn't existed an awful lot before in 2.0.
Yeah, well, that was the whole idea, wasn't it, to get rid of it? They were like, no, that double reposition stuff is a bit annoying, so we're gonna try and get rid of that until we want to sell Jedi.
A lot of the passive mods are gone. The double reposition had disappeared.
True, 100%
But
true.
it has now found its way back.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an. With only 16 minutes left in the round, 16 minutes left in the round now. There's still a lot to be done for Marco to seal the victory, or for Bjorn to take it back. If Bjorn was to get half points on Obi-Wan, I've messed up there by taking this hull off instead of shields. He still wouldn't have enough points to win the game.
Okay.
He needs to get at least half points on Anakin.
Okay.
Or remove a ship and not lose any more points on his side of the board.
Big ask.
Yeah, it's something that's not going to be easy for him to achieve.
I guess if he can trap Obi-Wan, that's his best shot potentially.
Yep.
He can the big three right turn with the top left one.
Yeah.
The 2 round the rock
Yeah.
with the front of the 3. Slow rolling with the back of the 3.
Uh-huh.
Unsure what you do with the middle one.
Yeah.
If you make the decision you're going to try and kill Annie, maybe a 2 left.
Yeah.
There's actually, I thought that might be a turn.
Sensor. You can move that guy just doing one bank. See?
One bank around the rock.
That keeps his arc nice and open for
Yeah.
This guy going all the other way.
Okay.
Gosh.
This is
And a free turn to the left.
Yeah. An older one. Range 1 from that evil one.
Do you think Rick was coming back here
Forward. No.
afterwards with his lady friend?
Maybe.
Because if that were the case, I told him to leave his suitcase here.
I think it'll be depending on what time.
Maybe
She
not,
gets
yeah,
in.
because they'll probably have to go to Airbnb or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
they're moving to a new one, so.
Yeah.
is full. Yeah, both. Right?
Number 2 is full, number 5 is full, yes.
Obi regions.
Obi-Wan regenerates shield, making things even harder. Yeah. It's basically taken him too long to get that gold squadron trooper off the board,
Yeah.
and that's what's basically cost him
Gonna
the
let him
game.
boost out here now,
Yeah.
which is a really nice move.
Yeah. And that's what cost him the game. If he'd have managed to get the gold squadron trooper off the board, he could have focused more on the Jedi, but he just had to keep chasing him down, and he's still not done any significant damage to him.
If you manage to work a position with double repositions, you're only going to get one missile,
Yeah.
probably. It's another regen.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Super good, who knew?
Boosting.
He shoots.
Which one is the damage one?
Well, at least we're firing on the torrent, I guess.
Number 1, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got 2 arcs on it.
Pew! Aha, that is.
Natural evades.
Alrighty.
What a man.
Oh, what? Yeah, because he doesn't have any.
I think it'll be key whether this SF can reach Obi.
Yeah.
Doesn't just try and nuke the torrent off.
Yeah, number 4, light sensors, torque locks and swivels the turret. Yep. Yeah, you can go on him. And then launches a missile onto the ever so friendly Mr. Torrent. Pew!
And there's 2 hits. Reroll gets a focus. Rolls 2 blanks.
Takes 1.
Takes 1 after spending an evade.
What missiles are they?
Huh?
Concussion.
Concussion missile.
Did you need to flip a card face up?
So this guy shoots at Obi-Wan range, if you can reach him, but I think it's range 3. But can reach, right?
Flip a card face up.
Do you have to expose one of your damage cards after it
Spends
hits?
focus for hit quit. Easy.
At range 0 to 1
Of the hit ship.
of the defender exposes one of its damage
That
cards.
is 10 minutes remaining in your round. 10 minutes remaining in your
So he
round.
has to expose the other damage card.
Alright, well,
Then measures range to see if I can.
Here we go.
Shoot primary.
let's make sure we know what's going on here first. Takes 2 shields on Obi-Wan.
missiles turn?
Yeah, from number. No, he shot with the primary.
You're sure he fired a concussion missile?
No, he shot.
He rolled 3 dice at long range.
Right, okay.
He turned over a charge.
He tried to shoot a missile, but he shot with. He's probably that's what it is.
Primary. Okay.
I will let you. It's easy.
Okay. So yeah, I asked the judge to check with the players. The players both said it was a primary attack.
Well done, man.
Okay, so yeah, so those cards stay face down anyway, because the players and the judge have agreed it was a primary attack. Like I said, I'm not 100% on things. I don't always notice everything, and I wasn't sure how many dice were rolled. You're telling me it's 3. They say it was primary attack. Sorry, man. Now.
Ready?
He's got to double down on the Obi-Wan plan really now.
Yeah, I mean, Torrent is still there and still bothering everybody. And with that constant evade token, Banks to the left.
To keep that big wide rear arc open.
Yeah, I guess. Passive sensors.
Seems fair.
Yep. One straight, passive sensors.
If Obi's one left turn,
He's not the guy with a thing.
barrel roll left, he's
Yeah, this could be it. Yeah, I mean, if Obi-Wan stays in a place between those two arcs and they use those passive sensors to rotate them, then
Just in case you would have forgotten.
it could be a problem.
Yeah, we forgot to mark him up. Let's see how far on the train we go. 24. There.
We can leave it there.
Yep. Yeah, he can stand there. I'm not going to use that token for the way.
Obi? Last judge?
Basis.
Yeah.
He was 2 years in Naples now. He's back to.
Okay, so he regens a shield as well.
he's trying to get out.
Yeah.
By the way,
He'd have to barrel roll right.
Or boost left and barrel roll right and get more distance.
Yeah, I guess.
And I guess that's double repositioning then.
Yeah.
He's away again.
Yeah. Yeah. Way out of arc of way out of range of that the TIE SO at the top of the screen, and out of range of the other one as well. So yeah, these Jedi aren't giving away any points for free, and we're down to 4 minutes left in the round. So this is going to be the penultimate round.
Force?
so expensive in money and more in time.
So
have one shot.
Right. The only shots to fire are on the Torrent.
I think it's range 1. Here.
Range
So,
1.
And
Gets 1 crit.
It's not a lot of backup, but it's
1 evade.
the other guy. Pew. Expensive for 2.
2 hits. 2 blanks. Spends evade. Takes only 1.
Yeah, that's not.
And he's got points, but it's not enough.
But it's points. It's points.
It's 13 points.
Nothing in range here, I assume.
Yeah, no range there. Which is exactly what Marco wanted.
You've seen a lot of dead Jedi dancing around then.
I've not seen a lot of dead Jedi. I've seen a lot of Jedi dancing around. Yeah, like I say, yesterday, every single game I had Jedi in it. So it's not like they were overrepresented. It's just that's how things came out. It was every single time I picked a game, I would kind of like normally go for one player, pay attention to what they were pulling out, and then once the other player come along, just kind of ask him to come over and hit, and then suddenly the Jedi would come out.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you're sticking to undefeated players, then that sort of thing percolates to the top.
No, I think that's fair. I must admit, I've quite enjoyed watching the positional fight take place.
I mean, it's interesting to see like just the position, the unexpected positions you can see them get into.
Yeah.
Right. Of just being like, you can think like, oh, like in that previous round, we were like, well, they're not really going to be able to escape those arcs, but yeah.
I agree.
And that Torrent being an absolute.
It's taken 4 or 5 missiles. Probably.
Yeah. And each turn one damage.
Yeah.
You can move that guy. He's doing a 1 red.
Okay, yeah. 1 minute 30 to go. This could be the last round, assuming they don't get through combat too fast. Yeah, I think this is the last round.
He's had to go over a rock to try and get around. Means no passive sensors.
And he's taking a shield.
And that guy.
Unless he's already got that lock.
Doing the big
I'm
one.
not sure which lock he's still on. Obi?
Sorry, what?
Is there a lock still on Obi?
Number 5 still got a lock on Obi, yeah. Number 5 is the blue one, which is currently must be the one that's on the opposite end of the board to him, because there's green, there's yellow, there's orange. Yeah. And that one's I don't know. Maybe I've got them confused. It looks like that's the blue one. It's the green one. But the green one doesn't have passive sensors. It's only got advanced optics.
Yeah, very safe.
Yeah. Nothing happening here.
X-Wing players, that is time on the round. That is time on the round.
Time on the round.
Please finish the round you are on and get your match slips in as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this game. We've got round 6 coming up after this. There's nothing they can do to change the points. Thank you for joining me, Tom.
Thank you very much.
That
Cheers
was
for having
awesome.
me.
Thank you.
Really enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, I think it could have been more enjoyable, but
I quite enjoyed it. I must admit, I
game.
like the positional fight.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you.
Cheers.
Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Catch us in a bit.
I think lost when you had 1 goal